guys, what's happening? Welcome to Get Swamped. Ooh, we got some fun stuff in store for you today. I am going to share my love for crocodiles with you. We're going to share some fun facts and give you guys some information. I hope you learn a lot from this. Stick around, check out this video because it's going to be fun. And I'm going to share my passion with you guys. Crocodiles. How cool is that? So right now is a good time to hurry up, go hit that thumbs up, get back here, and join us for some crocodilian fun. Woo! Get swamped. See you in a minute. Hey guys, welcome back. Oh man, you guys remember earlier last summer, we got American crocodiles from Chandler. That's right, he brought up American crocodile for me. I gave him a Cuban crocodile because Chandler, he loves his crocodiles. And I love to share my passion. And he helped me out, I helped him out. We got American crocodiles. Now, American crocodiles actually are really cool. Check out that long snout there on them. You know why it's so long and thin? Because they love to eat fish. You love fish. They eat all kinds of stuff, really. Now, what's cool about the American crocodiles, there's 3 crocodile species in the world with the largest range. I guess that's how you would state that fact, correct? Yeah, it's right. All right, the 3 crocodiles with the largest range are the saltwater crocodile, which is the Porosus from Australia, are the Nile crocodile, which is from Africa, because Africa's huge, and that thing's all through the Nile River. It runs all through the east and all the way down to the south. And then also, what's the third one? Oh yeah, the American crocodile. That's right, these guys are found right here in southern Florida. Now, their range is actually huge, just like the Nile and the Salties. Now, sometimes people do call these guys saltwater crocodiles as well. But the fact is, all crocodiles have the capability of living in salt water because they have a gland in their body here that removes the salt from the water, so it's safe for them to drink. Now, do they like it? They prefer fresh water. It's easier on their body to do the work of not having to remove salt from water. But they do have the capability of living in salt water, unlike the alligators or the caimans. Now, these guys are beautiful animals. Now, like I said, Florida is the most northern part of their range. They range all the way down south through the islands, through the Caribbean, into Jamaica, and they go all the way over west to like Costa Rica, where the big bridge is, where you see hundreds and hundreds of American crocodiles. And then they're in Belize, they're in Mexico, along with the Morlet's crocodile is also in Mexico. Now, that's a pretty big area because they go, imagine swimming all the way across the Gulf of Mexico, all the way to Costa Rica from like Jamaica. Holy smokes, that's a great distance. And then the Nile crocodile, that's a huge distance. It covers the whole continent almost, except for like the far, what is that, the west side. But it's on the east side all the way up to Egypt, and then all the way down to South Africa. And then the saltwater crocodile, the Salty, which is just a common name for them, is all through like New Guinea, Australia, the Philippines, and areas like that. Now these guys, I love crocodilian. There's so many cool things facts about him. Check out that crocodile's beautiful eyes. That is gorgeous. And look how mellow this guy is. He's awesome because we hand feed him and everything. He's kept in the office, yet he's going to be big enough this year to put him out in one of the tubs. But if you check this out right here, you see that little flap right there? That's actually the crocodile's ear. He's got one on both sides, 2 ears, that's right. One on both sides there. And he's got little flaps there. So when he's out of the water, he'll slightly open those flaps and he has incredible hearing. Now when he submerges and goes underwater, he'll close those flaps real tight. That way water doesn't get in there. And you know what? Even when those flaps are closed tight, he can still hear. It's like when you or I go swimming and we go underwater and we can still hear sounds. It's like magnified. Now they have incredible hearing underwater as well. Now, if you look at his eyes here, watch this. Whoop, he closed it. Oh, did you see that? Let's do it one more time. Close your eye, buddy. Oh, now there it went. There's like a shield that goes over the eye like this. It goes from the front back, and it's a goggle. So when they're underwater, they just do that, and they can open their eyes, and they can see underwater perfectly. It's like you or I going diving and wearing a mask, but we have to go like this with our mask. Their mask is built in. So it just goes from the front to the back. And then when they come up out of the water, that little shield will go like this from the back to the front and hide. Also, what's so cool about these animals is watch. When I do that, his eye goes in and it goes protected from the skull. So predators and other animals, like when a crocodile gets in a fight with another crocodile, and if they get bit on the head there, their eye's protected. It sinks under the skull. So that way it doesn't get punctured or anything. But sometimes there are exceptions and it does happen. And there are crocodiles that get hurt, lose an eye or something like that, but they still survive because they're magnificent animals and the capability of healing is incredible. So that's why you'll see crocodiles, alligators, maybe missing a limb. They are reptiles, but the limbs will never grow back. But they have this incredible ability and this like super antibiotic in their blood to heal them, and they can survive for the rest of their life, missing pieces of tail, missing limbs, missing an eye, missing half of the jaw, or whatever. You know, so they're incredible animals. And think of how long they've been on this planet. Way longer than humans, right? That in itself is incredible. And they can live in the dirtiest, murkiest water and thrive. But yet, stress can kill these animals so easily. They build up a lactic acid in their body, and that can actually kill them. That's so weird. But then again, stress can kill humans too, right? Yeah, I guess so. So maybe we are much alike. Nah, you're better. Now, it's my belief that science needs to do a lot more work on these animals with their blood, because we have to figure out what that super antibiotic is. And can it be mutated, or I guess mutated would be the wrong word. I guess it would be, can we lab create it engineered for a super antibiotic for humans? Because imagine that, Z. You don't see crocodiles with cancer. Very, very, very little. has that ever happened. So could you imagine if the cure for everything is in this guy's blood? How cool would that be? All right, guys. Well, there's the American crocodiles right here. And the crocodile with the largest range in the world, like I said, the American crocodile, the Nile crocodile, and the true saltwater crocodile. So let's go take a look at some other crocodilian. What do you guys say? I'm gonna put him back up and we'll go check out some other ones. All right? I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is fun facts about crocodilian. Let's go. All right, guys, so I've been talking about the Americans, the Niles, and the Salties. Let's go check out some Nile crocodiles, and we'll give you guys a look at them. Oh, wait, we forgot about this. Here we go. Now, right here is Neo. Now, for the longest time, science thought that Neo was a Nile crocodile. Now, they do slightly look different, and in the head structure and the ears on these guys are a little more pronounced. Neo is a West African crocodile. Now, we all know that the Nile doesn't go to West Africa. So science finally divided this into its own separate species, which is the West African crocodile. Theo, what are you doing? You up something? Oh, whoa, look over there. There goes the Nile. That was Maryland. That's a true East African Nile crocodile. Now, she's high-colored yellow, and you heard that pop. She was being defensive. She was saying, get away from me, and we were still here, so she ran into the water to get away from us. Now, Neo is a lot more mellow. He really doesn't care. Now, the West African crocodiles do not get as big as the Niles. West Africans are, that's a little bit, they'll get a little bit bigger. All right, he's about 11 feet. So they may reach 12, 13 feet. But that's extremely large for a West African crocodile. He is the Sukis, West African. And he is a beautiful, beautiful animal. But don't be fooled, because they can be very quick on land. But Neo's pretty mellow. We like to do this, and there you go. There's the crocodile walk. Stop! What are you doing?
You got too close.
He's like, quit messing with me. Where'd she go?
She's right at the. She just did a swoon into the entrance, I think.
Is she right in here?
Yeah, I think she's like
yeah,
right
I
at the
just
bay.
saw some bubbles pop up there. It's amazing. That's only about 3.5, 4 foot of water, and you can't even see her in there.
So what is the biggest croc, by the way?
Biggest crocodile ever found was a salty. Okay, Philippines, they had one that they captured a few years ago, lowland, which was a huge crocodile, absolutely humongous. And what happened was they had him in captivity, and for some reason they captured him and they brought him to a park, but due to improper housing of that animal and everything, he passed on. And we're just learning so much more about crocodilian. It's amazing because they've been around this planet longer than we have, and we're still learning so many different things about them. I can remember when I started in crocodiles, I think there was 21 species, or 23, 21, then it went to 23, now it's at 27 species of crocodilian on the planet, which is actually remarkable. And I think science is actually going to divide that into more species, because there's more of them out there that they consider, you know, the same one. Now, look at the way these animals are built. Look at that tail, how it's nice and big and thick and so powerful, and then it comes into real thin. That helps them move through the water. It's like a rudder and a motor. So it helps them steer and also propel them by the power in that tail. And
Kind of like a whip, almost?
Not like a whip, more like a, well, I guess it would be a whipping motion, Z.
Because think
But
about
it's a,
like how much power it goes to the tip of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
oh yeah, when it's a very dangerous thing when they swing their tail at you, and if they hit you, they could take you off your feet. They might even break your leg, you know. And then that skull is all bone. You know, it's like our head, but thicker and more dangerous. Because if you look at all those teeth in there. And they have roughly 60 teeth on a crocodile. And some crocodilian have more because they have longer jaws, like the gavials and the false gavials. So they'll have more teeth. But they're mainly fish eaters. These guys, I don't know about being true man-eaters, the West Africans, but the Niles are definitely true man-eaters. Let's go see if we can see her anywhere. Oh, there she is. She's not in the water, Z. She's right here.
Okay.
Now this is a true man-eating crocodile. And Nile crocodiles are one of the largest crocodiles in the world as well. Not quite as big as Salties, although that's debatable, because there is a Nile crocodile that's never been captured. Hey, you see? See? She's not friendly. She's a bit cuckoo. I don't know what it is about her mother, and her siblings. She's a high yellow Nile, so she's probably hypo melanistic. They're just a bit loose up there. So we're gonna leave her alone. Well, can you come over this way, Z?
Yeah.
And you can see her head structure, so it's slightly different than we saw on Neo. Let's see if I can get this out of it.
I think it's better if I'm.
View of her head.
Yeah,
there?
I think it's better if I'm at this side right now
Okay.
because I have a place to run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay.
All right. Slightly different than that crocodile. That's why science did a lot more looking into it and trying to figure it out. But they did, and they separated the West African from the Nile crocodile. So it's its own species now. Now, like I said, 27 different species of crocodilian in the world as of today, and they're all slightly different. You also have your true crocodiles, you have your caiman, then you have your alligators. There's only two species of alligators in the world, the Chinese alligator and the American alligator. We do have lots of the American alligators here on the farm. You guys have all seen them. And then we also have my favorite crocodile species, the Cuban crocodile, which to me, pound for pound, they are probably the most athletic and most dangerous crocodile in the world. But the area where they're from isn't quite as inhabited as Africa or Australia. So the Australian croc and the Nile croc is considered more dangerous.
Or eco-friendly, and not to mention Americans also go through that areas too.
Yeah, well, American crocs, you know, they have one of the largest range.
Exactly.
And they're one of the giant crocodiles.
Yeah.
But they don't kill as many people. Did you know in Africa, the Nile crocodile, Z, is the number 3 killer? The number 3 animal that is responsible for the most deaths in people. Do you know what number 1 and 2 are?
I remember what number 1 is.
What's the number 1?
Mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes, very good. I think that would be worldwide.
Yeah.
Because mosquitoes are everywhere except for Antarctica. And then number 2 killer in Africa, believe it or not, is the hungry hippo.
That makes sense.
Deadly animal. Now, you guys all have seen videos on YouTube and everywhere where a Nile crocodile grabs a baby hippo and then all the hippos come and they kill the crocodile. Because a hippo can actually bite a crocodile in half.
I thought you were going to say them crushing a watermelon.
Crushing a watermelon? I've seen those videos too.
Because that's way more common than what you said.
Yeah, but hippos are really dangerous because there's this misconception that it's a big animal, so you can go down and check it out. But those animals can move fast in water and on land. I've seen videos where they're keeping up with boats on the water, and then they will outrun a human on land. So, and their jaws open so big, and they've got those big tusks, and they just whoosh, and it's over. All right, let's go check out Ricky and Lucy. All right, Z, come on. Let's go see what Ricky and Lucy are doing. Ricky, Lucy, come on.
There. You walk.
Yeah, Ricky's over there. Lucy, come here, girl. She's like, no, Dad. There comes Ricky, though. Lucy, come on. Did you see how fast that was?
Yeah.
Dude, he just did a small gallop there, like a little skip.
Not to mention he was staring at the camera too.
Yeah. He's
a lot more cautious.
Very attentive crocodiles. These guys are probably the most terrestrial crocodile in the world. They've got long legs. Their legs are longer than a crocodile the same size compared to like Niles or Salties, because these guys are more adept to live on land as well as the water. Now, they do still love the water because they are crocodile species. But if you look at them, come up here, Z. Look at his jaw. It's a lot more compact, their head. And these animals have the capability, Z, of running really, really fast. You know why?
Because it's a swamp. They're used to swamplands.
Well, they've developed, I guess it wouldn't be developed. I guess it would be more, they remained more like their ancestors that were very terrestrial. So, meaning that they can have the capability of hunting on land, surviving on land, and just needing water to drink. But also, they survive in swamps, in the water. Now, they can move really, really fast because most of your crocodilian species, you saw it over there with the Nile and with the West African, how they go right, left, right, left. These guys are much like a horse. They'll gallop, and they can actually run down a human. They're faster than I am, I know that. And only for a short distance, though. So these guys can move pretty quick from about here to the pond, faster than I could run from here to the pond. But that's about the best distance, about 40 to 60 yards. Now that's still a pretty good distance to cover. Your other crocodilian, they don't really move that fast in that great of a distance. And not only can these guys gallop, they can jump vertically. So they can jump straight up, but not like this.
They can't arch.
Yeah, they can't arch, and like he couldn't jump over a 6-foot fence, a 5-foot fence. But he could jump to the height of there, but not throw himself over.
Yeah. 2-foot fence easy.
Oh yeah, because
He can do the arch then.
yeah. But they can also, we have actually seen Ricky tripod stand up on his hind legs with his tail on the ground and his front legs hanging like a dog. It's quite intimidating when you have a crocodile looking at you face to face. Now these crocodiles do not get as big as the saltwater crocodile, which is confirmed the largest crocodile in the world, which that one, Lolong, was I believe right over 24 feet something inches, and that's huge. These guys only get about between 11 and 14 feet for a male. And females are a little bit smaller. With all your crocodilian species, your males are the big ones. Your females are a little bit smaller, but there are exceptions because we used to have one that's at Gatorland now. That is, I think about 11 and a half, 12 feet. Lucy, the original Lucy was about 11 feet. And these two, he's about 9 feet, and Lucy 2 over there, she's about 8.5.
Yeah, close.
So they're big crocodiles, dude, and they have so much power in those jaws. It is just unbelievable. Did you know crocodilians have one of the highest jaw pressures in the world? Up to, I believe it was 45 or 4,700 pounds of biting pressure per square inch on a large salty. Now that's basically more than parking a little Volkswagen Bug on top of you. That's a lot of weight just going snap! And those teeth, they just create a perforated line. And when that crocodile snaps, and then it goes into something called a death roll. The teeth break the bones and puncture the skin. And when that animal rolls, whatever it has in its mouth is gonna stay in its mouth because it's just gonna rip it just like you would rip a piece of paper out of a notebook. Just, that's pretty scary, huh?
I was about to say, imagine taking needle nose pliers and twisting off the periphery line. That's the equivalent.
Yeah. That's pretty frightening. All right, Ricky. One thing, these guys never cease to amaze me, the Cubans. They're just so cool, so intelligent, and just an amazing creature. And if you look at them, can you see his ears there? How high up they are? Look at that. It looks like a dragon's horns, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Those are cool. And look how dark his eyes are right now. It's because it's cooler outside and they're trying to warm up. They're actually very dark right now. They can adjust the coloration of their body to absorb more sun when it's cooler, or else they'll lighten up when it's hot so they don't absorb as much sun. All right, let's go check out some caiman. All right, guys, here we are at the caiman pond. You guys know this pond well because we're always filming feeding caimans. Now, caiman are also considered crocodilians. There's a couple of them right down there.
being dumb.
No, they think we're gonna feed
I
them
know.
now. But it's too cold, guys, to feed. Now there are several different caiman species in the world. Let's see if we can name them all. I know there are spectacle caiman, brown caiman, which I believe are two separate species. And we'll see if science agrees within the next couple years. Then there are broad snout caiman. Then there's dwarf caiman, smooth front caiman, and what else is there?
Dwarf.
We said dwarf. We said smooth front.
Yukari.
Oh, Yukari caiman, very good, Z. I don't know if I did say that one. I get too lost on what I said and what I didn't say. But there's, I think, 6 or 7 different caiman species. Oh, yeah. The one I'm forgetting. Now, for the most part, caiman are smaller animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
But did you know that there is actually a caiman that can reach lengths of 20 feet and is known as a man-eater?
Which one?
The black caiman. It gets humongous, and it has actually been known to eat man. That's pretty intimidating. Could you imagine a 20-foot caiman, Z? With the attitude caimans have? That would be very, very frightening.
I was about to say, well, caimans are basically the chihuahuas of the
Of the crocodilian world.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're one of the smaller species, reaching only 8-9 feet. Let's go see if we can oh, there's a good look of a broad snout. See it right there? It's got the silver eyes. Oh, she went under.
As soon as I zoomed in.
Yeah. She's like, I'm out of here. You trying to get my photo? I'm not photo ready. I didn't have hair and makeup done. All right, let's go over here. There's that's a speck caiman. Now, I can tell that's a speck caiman because on the top of her eyes, there's little points. So it's a little like point on top of the eyes over there. I think that's the Yukari caiman over there. There's a big speck caiman. No, that's the Yukari. That's a big male Yukari caiman. Whoa! Hey! That's the big speck caiman right behind him. That's 2 males right there. Then there's a female Yukari. There's a speck. There's a Yukari female. There was a broad snout over there.
He's come back up.
Hey, you stay. Stay. Sit. Roll over.
They're all coming now.
I know, because they think we're going to feed. Let's go over this way. And see if we can get a good look at any of the other ones. Is he coming up?
He was following us for a second.
I love this pond. It's so cool. There's one right here, G. Look. Right there at the water's edge. Hiding out. Pretty cool. They're up under those bushes right there, and under those ones, and under this tree over here.
I think they're all mainly at the thing right now.
There's a few of them up there. They're not all up there.
Okay.
Because there's 12 in here, so. Let's see if we get any more right here. more right here. All right. Well, what do we get to talk about today? We got to talk about American crocodiles, Nile crocodiles, West African crocodiles. We got to talk about caiman. And then, once again, my favorite crocodile, the Cuban crocodile. We got to see those. And absolutely incredible animals. There's so much more to crocodilian that I haven't even covered yet. But I'll try to cover stuff here and there for you guys throughout your time with us here at Get Swamped. And hurricane blew down the palm trees. And as the year goes on, we'll get to see cool stuff like digging caiman eggs, digging crocodile eggs, and feeding the animals, so you guys can see that and enjoy a little bit of that. You just stay there, buddy. We're not feeding today. It's too cold tonight. But a lot of cool stuff, and I hope you guys enjoy the channel. You guys learn something. You guys have fun, because basically I'm just sharing my passion with you guys and sharing all my knowledge of these incredible animals that we share this planet with. And it's a really, really neat thing. And due to, deforestation and everything, a lot of these animals are only going to be left in captivity one day. And that's a shame. But you can't do anything to change that. It's just, as the population grows, the world's not growing. It's as big as it's ever going to be. And the population is growing, so you get deforestation and you get things where certain animals can't survive with humans because they would hunt humans. And then what's going to happen is humans will kill the animals. And the only place you'll be able to see these animals is in private sanctuaries like this, or else zoos. And you may be able to see the remains, skeletons and stuff like that, like we do today, of dinosaurs in museums. But hopefully you guys enjoy hanging out with us here at Get Swamped. Make sure you smash that thumbs up, boom, and comment and subscribe. She's coming up to get in the sun. That's a smaller one. That's a female. So the big ones are. Oh, there's the broad snout. See the eyes there, Z? Mm-hmm. The silver eyes. That's one of the broad snouts. The other one's back there. I see both broad snouts now. That's so cool. But like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. That way when we post new videos, you guys can check them out. And we're going to be sharing a lot of videos that deal with animals as well as natural history, the beauties that you find on the earth, and history of different things, different tribes all over the earth, and different rocks and minerals from all over the world that are just beautiful. You guys met Andre in Tucson and saw his incredible agates that are from his mines in Mexico. Some of the most beautiful stones in the world. And every Friday night we go live about 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Florida time, whichever way you want to look at it. And just, we have fun. We do Q&As, we just hang out with you guys, and then we do sales, selling rocks and stuff, things that we find that hopefully you guys enjoy. and it raises money for the farm, helps us do what we're doing. And we do have a 501c3 as well, which we do take donations, and those donations are tax deductible. So that's called Animal Crossings Educational Sanctuary. And we're just going to build and build and build as we go. And it's just going to get more and more fun. You guys, till next time, get swamped and share your passion and random acts of kindness. You guys will see it all the time on our show, on our channel, and on our lives. You guys, we love you. Thank you for the love and support. God bless. And till next time, get swamped.